Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. So glad to see so many of you here tonight. A mighty woohoo! Woohoo! All right. So, first off, thank you to everybody who's joined our boot camp, our magical boot camp starting next Monday through next Sunday, 7 days, $7. I'll talk more about it in a bit. So many of you joined. We had to upgrade our servers. We have room for just a few more. I'll have more information on that in a little bit. I want to talk to you tonight about creating magic. And yes, coming to our boot camp can certainly help. I want to talk to you about becoming a wizard. And it would be really cool if I did have a wizard hat here. I think, Jessica, we're going to have to invest in a wizard cap here in a little bit. So we have been working to create our forever home, to buy this magical piece of property and create our forever home. And it has been challenging. It has required incredible intestinal fortitude, and it has been so easy to be known, to say, it's not going to work out. I don't know how it's ever going to come together. It's this, it's that. We're competing against this. We're competing against that. Understand, you are competing against nobody. The universe has your back. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to Jessica. I am talking to you. So a few weeks ago, as we're going through this emotional roller coaster of will we get it? Will somebody else get it? What's going to happen to it? What's going to happen to all the beautiful animals? As we're going through this, Jessica says to me, Michael, I need you to set intention each and every evening. And of course, she was right. In essence, what she was doing with me is challenging me to be the alchemist that I am. Now, I don't usually call myself a wizard. I don't call myself an alchemist, but we are each an alchemist. In ancient day, it was the concept of turning lead into gold. But really what an alchemist is someone who can turn their ideas into the material world. Take an idea and transmute it into the physical. Now, we each do this, which means we're each an alchemist. How do we do this? Well, when you say, I am hungry, and you go into a cabinet and you pull out, well, I guess this is what Sir Meowsers would do, kitty food. When you say, I am hungry, and you pull something out of the cabinet, you have literally manifested. You have turned a thought into a thing. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Sometimes it's a little more challenging, like saying, I want a new car, and a car appears. Not quite like The Secret or a new job or a new spouse or partner, whatever. But first, it starts with a thought. So I am a true alchemist. I am a wizard. I am continuously working on the other side of the veil to bring forward, to birth forward an idea into the material realm. And that's what I want to teach you about tonight. So the first thing that we did starting a few weeks ago, when we got really, really serious about saying, we want our forever home, we want the land. That's actually step number one. You have to be mighty serious, and you have to make a powerful, powerful decision. It's why I say when I coach people, I can lead someone to water, but I can't make them drink. If you haven't made the decision to get better, if you haven't made the decision to change and upgrade your life, then you're stuck with the status quo. But it doesn't ever need to be that way. It starts with a decision. And we made that decision. Basically, I said, hey, Pookie, we're going to get this land. No matter what. I wanted to say by hook or by crook, but I don't like that expression. What is this thing about by crook anyway? But I said, we are going to get this land. The decision was made, and now game is on. The next thing is we had to put ourselves in a state. Basically, you come to the property and you say, thank you for this beautiful property. You imagine living in this property forever. You imagine what you can do with this property. You feel yourself in the property. You see yourself signing the deed. You see yourself leaving the bank or wherever it is going, woohoo! How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And you put yourself, you anchor yourself into this state. Fast forward a few weeks. Yesterday, we had a challenging situation with a beautiful, beautiful human being who's a realtor who's trying to sell the property, and, well, it's open for the highest bidder. And there was concern, what if that's not us? First off, you got to have faith in the universe. You've got to allow the universe to unfold. And I'm going to get to that more in a minute. Secondly, you get to have the difficult conversations. When you think, God, the secret, so many things to pick on it about. The concept of, well, I'm going to be on the steering wheel, feeling real great, and then this car is going to fall out of the sky, and be careful it doesn't land on my head. That's missing a few steps. First, we have to lean into the fear that I'm not enough, fear that I'm not going to have enough money, fear that I'm not going to be able to, it's the A word, and this word is a lot worse than 3 letters, afford it. All of these words that come up when we're manifesting magic, when we're creating our dreams, our subconscious and our ego gets kicking. So I am face to face with this realtor yesterday who is trying to sell our future forever home place, potentially to somebody else. And I have to treat him with incredible love. And I have to face my fears, my hang-ups. You see, when you're talking with somebody else and you think, well, they're being a-hole, they're being a jerk, they're being a, grab the mirror really, really quickly and look at thyself. And the most surefire way to cut off the flow permanently to anything that you want is not to shoot yourself in the foot. It's to shoot yourself in the foot by shooting somebody else in the foot, because they don't deserve it. What they deserve is your love, kindness, care, and compassion. And so I turned to this realtor and I treated him as best as I could, realized this is an emotional situation. What's going to be our future land might go to somebody else. Treated him with love, kindness, care, and compassion. And then I shut up and I listened. Turned out we had him completely misunderstood, as is the case so often. But when leaning forward into fear, if you want to become an alchemist, learn this, if nothing else. Lean into your fear and you will move past your subconscious blocks and you create whatever it is you desire, which is, again, what we're going to be doing in our boot camp next week, is we're going to help you to lean into your fear. We're going to help you to blast through it, really, to the other side. Napoleon Hill shares a story about a person who sold a gold mine. He couldn't strike gold, and he was a genius at finding gold, and he couldn't find gold. And so he stopped and sold mine. The next guy came along, chiseled in with, I guess, your rock hammer, whatever it is, 3 feet, and hit the most massive vein of gold. Why? He leaned into the fear and said, what have I got to lose? I'll keep chiseling here. There's got to be something sooner or later. If you want to create magic in your life, you don't stop and you lean into that which scares you the most. Had the most incredible conversation. Got done with the conversation. And Jessica's like, well, maybe we should speak to the owner. But maybe it's too late. Too late in the day, she meant. And I am thinking, I am on fire. I have just faced my fear. I want to call the owner right now. I want to follow this energy trail. And guess what? The guy's like, I want him to be the godfather of our kids. He was so incredibly cool beyond anything. He was always cool, but beyond anything I ever could have imagined. We had the most incredible conversation. But what's more interesting? 2 things are most interesting. First off, when you start to create the state of already having that which you desire, not only does mini magic take place, do synchronicities take place. I think Jessica was calling it that you are literally, Dr. Joe would say, stepping into an alternate universe, an alternate timeline. And that is what it means to be an alchemist. But on top of that, the universe starts to conspire in your favor by bringing you the people and circumstances to help you out. In essence, The universe fully gets in on your team because you are on your team. I see Jessica looking over at me. I want to make sure that everything's going right. There's no questions. There's no concerns. Everything good. We've got a new mic going on here. And so I wanted to make sure everything is good there. So the universe starts to conspire in your favor. Here's the crazy thing. How wrong we are and some of the assumptions we make about the people involved, the players involved, and things that we think are going on. In our case, we literally had total misconceptions about people and what's going on and what's taking place with the land. And we're fairly awake and aware individuals. But when we try to create magic, our subconscious gets involved and tells us why we can't do it, why we're too late, why we're wrong, why. And we are not above that. We're not immune to that as well. So we had things, in many ways, completely backwards. We'd been waiting to take action because of things that had or hadn't taken place, by conversations that had or had not taken place, by conversations that we had completely misunderstood. And those conversations, had we let them stand as they were, would have meant that we would not have gotten, we would not have gotten, so I'm going to call it in past tense, our dreamland, our forever homeland. But instead, we challenged our assumptions and leaned forward into it. Creating magic, becoming an alchemist, is about leaning into your fear, challenging your assumptions. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's not what he or she meant. Maybe that's not as impossible as it seems. And leaning into the exact thing that's most uncomfortable. Earlier today, just random example, we're running out the door. It's been kind of a full-on day. And we're running out the door, and there's a big doctor's visit coming up with Jessica, a family member of Jessica's, later this week. And Jessica asked me, could you write a list of questions before you leave so that this relative can have the questions before going to the doctor? My immediate response, because I'm out the door, I'm already thinking I'm this, I'm that, and the other, was no. Guess what? When I hear myself firmly say no, it actually means it's a yes, that is what I'm being called to do. Look for the energy. Not the word that is coming out of your own mouth is certainly coming out of your ego, but look for the energy. And a big no may mean a big yes. When I first met Jessica, I knew she was my wifey to be. And what did she tell me?
We're just friends.
Oh God, not only did she tell me,
we're just friends,
but as we're up on this beautiful, not mountaintop, we're in front of a ski area, we're 3 weeks in, we've been giggling, we've been laughing, we've been riding our bicycles together, we've been basically everything but joined at the hip for 3 weeks straight, and we're having this most magical bike ride. And do you remember approximately what you said as I'm looking over the scene, and I'm thinking how much I want to spend the rest of my life with you looking at such beautiful scenes, but I hadn't said a word to that effect?
I just want to be sure you understand we're just friends.
Ow, ow, ow. But that emotion of no, never was actually yes. Follow the emotion. And I'm not meaning no doesn't mean no. What I'm saying here is that when you kick back with a notion of no, of hell no, of that's impossible, of I can't do it, of there's no way that's going to happen, challenge yourself. Stop, drop, pause, and breathe. And say, am I sure about this? Because a magician knows that there is a sleight of hand at play, and there's so much more going on than ever meets the eye. All right, I want to tell you more about this, but real briefly, I want to tell you about our boot camp because I am so excited about this. All right, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, we had on the third eye that realizes that realize, or something like this, who said, do you have sliding scale coaching or group coaching? And we're like, no, we don't. We haven't found a business model to be able to do that. But guess what? I don't like not helping people. Neither one of us do. And so that no quickly became a, maybe there is something we can create. Maybe we can be magicians. And I think it was Jessica who took it from there and said, why don't we have a boot camp for people? And let's charge them almost nothing. And I think I said $10, and I think she said $7. Why not $1 a day? And what we're going to do is help people get unstuck. We're going to help raise their vibration. We're going to help raise their energy. You're going to teach this, Michael. Okay. But we're going to create something extra, extra special. So we announced it last week. We completely filled up. We had to upgrade our servers. We're almost full now again. Upgrade servers so that we could take on a few more people. But we would love, love, love to have you there. If you want to get out of a funk, that's what we're calling it, getting out of a funk. It's Open-Hearted Warrior Boot Camp Level 1, basic training. If you want to get out of a funk, if you want to raise your vibration, if you want to get to a state of positivity, if you want to be in this energetic state that Jessica and I are as creators, as manifestors, as magicians, then come play with us. We can get you there. Magic, alchemy is all about your energetic state. I've known many an amazing person who has had bipolar tendencies. What do I know? When they're down, everything goes terrible. And when they're up, they can get loans, they can create businesses, they can basically change the world. What's different about these two personalities? Or why at one point they're incredibly successful, at the other point they're incredibly struggling. It's all about the energetic state they bring. This boot camp is going to help you get to the upper room, help you get to that higher state of beingness. All right, little bit more on magic. Then we're going to open it up to some questions. First off, we get to watch. If we want to create magic, we get to watch what is uncomfortable. And instead of procrastinating, so last fall, I actually goofed. No, everything happens in divine timing. Watch your language. We're going to get more of that in a minute. But I misunderstood things, and it felt really uncomfortable. And it's rare because we're such good manifestors. And I don't say that lightly. And I watch our words. And I want you to catch when you say, well, I hope so, or I hope I can be. No, be it. Own it. That is the only way to create it. You are an amazing manifester. How do I know? You manifested this life. Yes, there are 7 billion people, but why aren't there an infinite number of people on Earth? Well, they wouldn't have fit. Okay, so you got the winning ticket. What do you mean winning ticket? There is so much to learn and explore and grow. Okay, if you're listening to this, chances are that at this point you may not feel on fire. As somebody who's nearly died twice and been hospitalized at least 36 different times with, 13, 14, 15, 16 different very substantial operations, I get it. But it's still a miracle that you're here. You got the winning ticket. We are each manifestors. So when we see something that pushes us back, makes us feel uncomfortable, if you want to be a magician, instead of procrastinating, lean into it, fully into it. To use the words of Ram Dass, snuggle up with it. Ask, why don't I want to speak with this person? Why is this person upsetting me so? Why is this situation scaring me? Why do I, if you're a guy, face this situation and then want to go beat something up? This is stereotype, please forgive me. If I'm a woman, why do I face this situation and then want to go quiet? This is just yin and yang. Some of us tend to withdraw. Others tend to get aggressive. It could be on the opposite side for you. But whichever side it is, ask, why am I reacting this way? And then challenge yourself to snuggle up or lean forward into it. A lot of being a wizard, being a magician, is undoing your limiting beliefs. Realizing how much we're operating on autopilot. So based on what took place this fall, we thought, maybe we're not going to be able to get this land. And we went into zombie autopilot mode. We all have a zombie autopilot mode. Maybe you know this one. We start saying, I can't, I won't, shouldn't, I couldn't, I blew it, I ruined it, whatever, I. And we went from a place of fear, of assumption, of procrastination. In essence, we left our hearts. Our hearts are saying, this land is already yours. This land is our land. This land is your land. That we were meant to be the stewards, the caretakers of this land, and to turn it into something incredibly special that people want to come visit, because it will be beyond net zero. It will be a carbon sink. It will be a sanctuary for animals. It will be an incredible place that people can come and learn and grow from and to meditate on. Quite literally, come visit us and meditate with us. And it'll be so incredible special. That's what the heart is calling for. But the head said, you can't do it. Here's why you blew it. That's the ego trying to come in, take over out of a place of fear. Your job as a magician, as a wizard, is to notice the fear, to write about the fear. Oh my God, get the automatic writing program. And if you can't, join the boot camp, and we're going to teach you as much as this as we can. Not the full automatic writing program, but oh my God, write, and say, why am I so scared? Why am I pushing back? Why is my ego kicking up so much? And then once you've shaken yourself out of autopilot, now step forward. Few more things about becoming an alchemist. One, each and every evening, Jessica, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm warning you now. I'm about to put you on the spot. Each evening, this is the most dangerous thing in the world. Before you go to sleep, when you're half here, half not here, what do?
Set intentions.
Oh my God. You set intentions. She said the right answer. Woohoo! Not good to catch somebody off guard who's the one doing the chat. But we do. We go into a hypnagogic state, a half here, half not here state. Thank you for humoring me on that one. I might be in trouble later on, but I'll watch my words. We get to be in a half here, half not here state of imagining, envisioning, dreaming, knowing of what we want to create and desire and bring into our lives. Oh my God, I'm going to bed. I've signed the deed. I'm in my forever home. I'm on my forever land. It feels so incredible. It feels so great. It feels so... And you pass out while you've been dreaming of the future that's already taken place. Time isn't real. And you literally go to the other side of the veil and you begin to pull that back into the conscious realm. From a literal point of view, not only you turning thoughts into things, but you're reprogramming your subconscious. You're moving past your subconscious blocks so that now when you wake up the next day, you are truly a superstar and you are on fire to create what you were thinking about and feeling about or emoting about when you went to sleep last night. So this is so critically important. To be a wizard, put it out there in the hypnagogic state, in the half here, half not here state. Before you go to sleep, there's no faster way to reprogram your subconscious and help pull what you want out of the universe and truly into the physical realm. Next, ask in prayer. Jessica saw me dancing around yesterday, going, thank you, archangels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Maximilian, who's the lion protector of me. Thank you for our forever home. Thank you for our land. Thank you for the animals. Thank you for the flow. I'm not just talking about gratitude. Gratitude is pretty awesome, though. Not required, but pretty awesome. But ask for help. We are not alone. We couldn't be alone no matter how much we tried. We're spiritual beings having a human existence, and we ain't the only spiritual beings in the game. Just not possible. Call in the troops, call in assistance, call in what Napoleon Hill. In fact, check out our Mitch Horowitz show. Has that gone live yet? On video?
No.
Okay, be coming out like tomorrow, Wednesday evening. Check out our Mitch Horowitz show. We'll put in a link as soon as that goes live on top 10 tips for success from Napoleon Hill. Call in what Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, calls your boardroom or your council. But call in assistance. So go into prayer. And then lean in from a place of love. Love, from love, from love. Nothing positive has ever probably been created out of a place of fear, although fear is a great rocket fuel for us. But if you want to attract into your life, attract from love. Oh my God, thank you for this land. Woohoo! That's from love rather than, oh crap, is somebody else. No, go to the energy of love and kindness and compassion. Not just for yourself, but especially everyone else involved. Don't be a jerk about it. Be the most loving, kind, and amazing person you possibly can be. I want to say be a stormtrooper of the universe. There's a strange expression. Let's be a Jedi Knight of love. That's what a true open-hearted warrior is. Oh, on that note, I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Our next book is coming out. Woohoo! It just got listed on Amazon. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. But if you want to do us the biggest favor in the world, pre-order a copy. It doesn't cost you anything until it ships, which is September 8th. So you can cancel anytime beforehand. But if you pre-order a copy of Automatic Writing Experience, also known as AWE, then the number of people who are, it goes up in the rankings on Amazon. The higher it goes up on the rankings, the lower it is, or the easier it is to find on the page. The more people that find it, the more it goes up in the rankings. The more it goes up in the rankings, the more the people that find it. And we can help everybody get their hands on an Automatic Writing Experience book just by pre-ordering the book. It doesn't actually cost you a dime, a penny, and anything. If you want to get it on September 8th, you just keep the order going if you want. If you don't, you cancel it. Like the thing on TV says, cancel at any time, but that would help us out tremendously. All right, Jessica's going to put a link here for this. All right, 2 last notes. I told you about it last week. I have a meeting in a couple days with the head of my dream publisher, who I turned down a decade ago for another book, which is a whole story that I have shared before and that I will share another day. I am so incredibly excited about this. You know what I know, though? I can't push. I can't drive. I can't even hold on to the outcome. I simply need to be patient and allow. Really, truly, if you're a wizard, know that what you put out to the universe will come back, quite likely even something better, over the universe's time, not your time. Forcing the universe never works. It only creates chaos. So your job is to allow the universe, allow the music, certainly the music, allow the magic to unfold without rushing, without panicking. We all think that we need things now. I need an answer now. I need it to be taken care of now. Now. Not the power of now, but the panic of now. It should be another book. Instead of the power of now, the panic of now. The panic of now causes us to create and make very, very bad decisions out of fear. Fear is, I need it now, now. Sorry, I'll take a deep breath. Love says it's going to work out. It's all going to work out. I don't have to worry about it at all. I put it out there to the universe. I let the universe do the heavy lifting. And I will come to this from a place of love. Next, lean into the magic. In other words, what is magic at the end of the day? There's a force. As I use the force, Luke, there is a force at work much greater than ourselves that we are a part of. We call it love. We call it source. We call it consciousness. We call it the greater mind. We can call it being in a place. I just interviewed Dr. Mika Swami, of being in the supramental, being above the state of the ego. When we go to this state, there's never a need to panic. There's never a need to rush things. There is an allowing into the flow of the universe and watching it take place. Why? I teach this to every single one of my coaching clients. Whatever pull you have inside of you, whatever is calling you forward, didn't come from you. What do you mean by that? Why do we want this land more than anything else? It didn't come from intellect. It didn't come from a checklist. It came from our hearts. Where did what came from come to our hearts come from? Not from us. It came from the universe. So if the pull came from the universe, if the energy came from the universe, if the desire came from the universe, then the answer is going to come from the universe. So let it go. Let the universe do its work. But beware of the drains. I love what Shaman Durek said about a month ago now. He said, everything is either a tap or a drain. Watching this is hopefully a tap, meaning it's filling your tub, it's filling your cup with goodness, with high energy, with inspiration, with tools. Actually, we're going to be starting a tool series on our YouTube channel in the next couple days. We're going to have tool after tool after tool to help you out. So hopefully this is raising you up and giving you some great tools. A lot of social media brings you down, leaves you lonely, leaves you in a place of FOMO, leaves you in a place of fear, feeling icky. We get to watch for these drains. The drains come with social media, the drains come with TV, the drains certainly come with the phone. And the drains come from, and this is one I've been watching for myself very, very carefully. When we are looking for stimulation after stimulation after stimulation after stimulation, I want to click one more link before I go to sleep. I want to check the weather one more time. I want to check email one more time. I want to check Facebook one more time. What we're doing is hyping our minds up, cooking it with dopamines, making everything seem like this gray, flat, two-dimensional world because we keep needing the next fix of dopamine, a next fix, a next fix. That's why we watch things like zombie movies or even the news, because the more aghast we are, the more we get a jolt of the juice. The trick is it takes more and more over time and becomes the most incredible drain. So if you want to be a true alchemist, a true wizard, watch where your energy is going and watch how everything makes you feel. How does this conversation make me feel? How does watching Michael and Jessica make me feel? How does surfing the web or whatever make me feel? Not that it's all bad. There is no bad or good, but check on what the energy is doing. How does driving here or there make me feel? How does this relationship make me feel? Everything can be the most incredible and amazing tool, whether it's the computer, whether it's the phone, whether it's the TV. But it can also be Vegas, keeping us up at night, numbing us out, and sucking away all of our coins and all of our energy. The answer comes from stepping back, saying, what would love do? And saying, is this a tap or is this a drain? Last, and then I'm going to briefly tell you more about the boot camp and the book, and we're going to take all of your questions, well, as many as we can in the time that we have here. Jessica and I have really been embodying this concept of mind is creator. Mind is creator. What does it mean, mind is creator? It means that truly, as Mike Dulia, The Secret, said, thoughts become things. In other words, every word we say matters. Now, this doesn't mean pick on yourself if you haven't been using the most positive words. That's the opposite of what we're talking about. Instead, in fact, if you've been negative, love yourself up. That's what you need. Or love yourself up like an innocent little child or like an innocent little 5-year-old. Give yourself all the love in the world. But watch your language. Watch it more carefully. Watch it more carefully. We're about 3 or 4 steps down the more careful ladder. We still have a ways to go ourselves. But realize that every time that you call yourself stupid, an idiot, a screw up, or whatever, you're making yourself stupider, more disempowered, less capable. And every time that you say, I'm a superhero, I'm a superstar, I'm incredibly capable, I can do this, we've got this. And Jessica and I have been walking around going, we've got this. It's all worked out. We've got this land. How does it get any better than this? Stealing a concept and idea from Dane here of Access Consciousness. How does it get any better than this? But when we switch and use positive language, we literally change the track of our locomotive in the universe. When we say, I'm a screw up, I can't do it, I'm a this, I'm that, we're on one track. And if we instead will pull the lever and say, I'm a superstar. I'm a superhero. I've got this. Universe has got my back. It's going to work out. The timing is perfect. I am not too late. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Then you are put on a completely different track and path in life. It's a book. I've got my order of books. My third book from now, as I see it right now, is from Screw Up to Superstar. Because my language used to be, what kind of an idiot, what kind of a screw up, this, that, and the other is wrong with me. And right now, I feel like a rock star, and I'm manifesting that into reality, and you can too, where I am attracting in only incredible goodness, and it keeps getting better, and it keeps getting better, and it keeps getting better still. And it all starts with the words I'm using. On that note, I'm going to teach you these tools as well. If you come join us next Monday through next Sunday, or any iteration in between, it's $7 for 7 days. But if you can only make it one day, then you get a replay of all the rest anyway. But I'm going to be teaching these tools to you to get unstuck, to change the languaging that's in your head, to remove negativity, to vibrate at a higher level, to be able to attract goodness into your life, to be able to go out of a I'm barely surviving state to I am on top of the world. That starts next Monday through next Sunday. It's going to be at the same time at 8:30 Eastern time. We're not going to be holding this YouTube Live next week. $7. Come join us for the whole class. Even if you only join us for Tuesday, get all of the recordings of the other ones and the Tuesday one and play it over and over again, because day by day, we're going to rock your world. We're going to help take you to a new level. We're going to even do a group meditation together each and every evening to put you at a completely different state of being. People are going to pop. Lives are going to change like a Dr. Joe Dispenza event, because we're going to all come together with this same intention of getting unstuck, of getting out of a funk, of getting to a highest level, of working together, of attracting magic. And it's going to be on fire. And if you felt, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I don't have a, we're going to give it to you with this class, because when all of us come together, there's nothing we're not going to be able to do. Again, we already filled up. We had to increase our servers, so we opened it up to a few more people. So if you want to sign up, Jessica has put the link, I'm guessing, a dozen times, because we would love, love, love for you to be there. On that note, please, please, please do us the favor and pre-order our automatic writing book. It's called Awe, because in automatic writing, you plug into source, you plug into the universe, you plug into your guides, and you literally become a medium. You become a channel. You be able to ask questions to the universe and watch the pen move across the page, and the answers literally come to you. Why am I stuck? How do I get unstuck? Where do I go from here? Am I supposed to be with this guy? How did I get here at this point in life? Where do I go from here to step forward? Why do I feel so bad? And how do I feel on top of the world? When you put pen to paper in automatic writing, you get the answers. So you want the automatic writing book. But if you simply pre-order the book on Amazon, it helps raise the rankings of the book so more people can find it. The more people that can find it, the more people whose lives we can change. And you literally will be helping change their lives just by pre-ordering the book. That makes it easier to find. Because if the book is ranked 800th, which we saw it a couple days ago, nobody is going to scroll down 800 books to find the automatic writing experience. If, on the other hand, it's in the top 10, everybody will find it. And it doesn't cost you a penny. Nothing to do so. And again, if you don't want it, if you decide by September 8th, 6 months from now, I don't want this book to change my life. I'm good. I'm golden. No worries. Cancel it. They don't charge you anything. If you do want it, you get one of the most beautiful books in the world that Jessica and I have worked so hard on. This book has been many, many years in the making. And so please, please, please help us out by ordering your automatic writing experience book, pre-ordering it on Amazon. Last, we are waitlisted out, I think about 6 weeks right now for coaching. So I guess that's relatively the best time in the world to get in on coaching, because that's the least we've been waitlisted in months now. And so if you are serious about coaching and you want to sit down with me, share what's going on, we look together. Is coaching a good fit? Am I somebody who can help guide you on the path? And you're serious about coaching and serious about changing your life. I can help you rock this world. And so sign up for a free coaching strategy session with me. If you're specifically interested in coaching, if you just want to say hi and I love you, but I've got very few of these spots open. So leave it for somebody who needs the coaching. Very few of the spots open. If you're going, I want to do this now. I want to rock it. I want to become a manifester. I want to become a wizard. I want to become a magician. I want to become an alchemist. Michael, help me do this now. Please, I would love to meet with you and to help you achieve your dreams. All right, with that said, going to open it up to some questions here. Jessica's been typing fast and furious, and so I don't know where we stand on questions, but she will let me know as soon as she breaks free.
Next question is from Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Who writes, we live in a magnetic universe. When we connect emotionally with a desire in our minds, it draws the desire to us. How can we supercharge the process to manifest faster?
I think, Joe, the way that we supercharge, and Joe, you have done so much homework and you're here all the time, and it's very clearly you're both doing the work and you've done a lot of research on this. So I want to give you some huge props, kudos, and shouts out. With that said, the fastest way that we can create is to get out of our own way. And now, yes, there's the concept, and I talked about it last week, of attachment versus detachment. But what I'm really talking about here, Joe, is working on our subconscious blocks. Because on the one hand, we have beliefs. On the other hand, we have anti-beliefs. We have thesis, we have antithesis. We have hero, we have the anti-hero. If we don't work on our anti-hero, then we never come into the fullness of our being. All day long, I can say, I'm a superhero, I'm a superhero, I'm a superhero. But Joe, if I don't address the fact that deep inside of me, there's a core wound that says that I am a mother piece of bleebity, which used to be such a charged statement. I got to be honest with you, Joe. Even as I went down this road, even as I started coaching and teaching others, I felt I was not worthy. I felt I was a pile of steaming poo. I'm not joking here. That was the wiring, the anti-hero wiring that was deep inside of me, that was gifted to me by my parents, by their parents, by their parents, by the teachers, by the people who beat me up, gifted me with that growing up. I had to address that to then be able to leave those shores behind and jump into the magnificent flow of the universe. So why are things moving more slowly? Well, they may need to be so that we begin to embody things more fully. Never challenge the universe on timing. It's always divine timing. Okay, you can challenge it. It just hurts. But I had to work on all of that negative junk, the anti-hero junk, to set myself free. And so when we feel stuck, it's not enough that we go, I'm going to be better, or Emile QA, every day in every way, things are getting better and better. But we really need to saw into that subconscious so that we can believe it. Brilliant, brilliant question, Joe. Next question.
Our next question is from Allison, who writes, do you only have the backing of the universe when it is in your higher good in terms of manifesting?
Ooh, okay, so that's like 2 or 3 questions all together, Allison. And do we only have the backing of the universe if it is for our highest good?
In terms of manifesting.
In terms of manifesting. See, the trick with this question, Allison, I love this question. I love this question because this is a riddle within a conundrum. So we always have the backing of the universe. Everything is here to support us. In fact, everything that's come into our lives that may have had us make a decision which seems out of alignment was actually sneakily put here by the universe to help us, to guide us on our path. Now, what you might really mean is it only going to work out in the way I wanted if that's what the higher mind so to speak. And I don't mean bearded white guy in the sky. If that's only in cosmic alignment with consciousness, throw some big terms in there. Yeah. There's a concept, I butcher the term, it's an Ayurvedic term, I call it prahabdma karma, if I'm getting that even close to correct. And prahabdma karma means if it is in alignment with your highest good, then when you get into flow, it's going to come about. And if not, it will never come about. Because the universe is always here to try to serve your highest good. If your highest good is for you to struggle for 10, for 20, for 30, for 30, 40, for 50, for 60 years of your life, if you're here to struggle, and you're supposed to get the most magnificent, beautiful lessons by allowing into that struggle, by surrendering into that struggle, then it does you no good if all of a sudden you've manifested non-struggle. Now, however, I know I can speak from experience. I had a soul contract that said the beatings will continue until morale improves. I'm going to keep getting hurt. I surrender into the will of the universe. Oh my God, did I get hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt? Thank God. It cracked my heart, quite literally, cracked my heart wide open. Woohoo! Once I surrendered into that, the contract went away, and now I have this whole new phase of my life. Does it mean you're doing anything wrong if you're struggling? No. Does it mean that you're out of alignment? No. Does it mean that there isn't another way? Chances are there is another way at some point. We just get to dig deeper into what alignment looks for. The universe isn't trying to push us. It isn't trying to hurt us. One of our dearest friends who passed away last year, she believed that her higher self was out to get her. She knows differently now. She totally knows differently. I've spoken to her from the other side. She knows that everything is conspiring for your highest good. However, when you put on the wizard hat, and you're not attracting what you desire, you get to step back and ask, what could I be missing? What am I not hearing? That's why I like everybody to go into automatic writing, to get in touch with their higher self and truly be able to hear what's their path, what's their purpose, what's their mission, why are there these blocks, and how is this all here to serve me? Because truly we do live in a loving universe that wants to give us everything for our highest good and more. It is simply our job to do the best we can with everything that we've got, basically as important as oxygen or as our last breath, to try to get into flow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful question. Thank you, Allison.
Allison has a follow-up question.
So you don't understand, but off camera she goes, or, and I'm like, crap.
She writes, I read many self-help books, and I have read to manifest you have to have a crystal clear picture of what you want. I've also read where you can have an idea and then let the universe lead you with breadcrumbs, since it might have an even better manifestation in mind. I have some ideas about what I want to create, but they are not super specific in terms of the picture at this point. Any advice is appreciated.
Yes. And there's such confusing information out there, Allison, and such amazing, well-meaning, well-intentioned teachers out there. So I'm going to give you the Michael perspective on it, which, can I claim that I have all the answers? Yeah, I can claim it, but it's not true. However, this is what I have found to be the case, which is certainly the more crystalline clear we are over time, the better. However, more important than being crystal clear is having an emotional state. So if I go, I want $1 million. And here's exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. And it's going to be exactly $1 million, and it's going to show up in my bank account with this many digits and this many dots and this many this. And I'm super specific about it. That's great. That's not bad. Maybe you will get there, but you're missing the key point. Thank you for this $1 million, because now I can do philanthropy work. I can be free. I can travel. I can take better care of my kids. I can get a home that we can live in, our forever home, which is up on a hill and has the most amazing neighbors. And I can take care of animals, and on it goes. And it'll be so incredible. And I feel so amazing. And I feel so blessed. And I've got tears coming out of my eyes because I'm so happy and so thankful for this $1 million and for everything that it's afforded me. And oh my God, is it amazing? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is going to do much more for you than having an exact, specific anything. That emotional state trumps the specifics any day of the week. Now, once you've got the emotional state, dial in more, dial in more still, so that you go from being, well, I've talked about it before, 10 light bulbs in a room, 100 watts each, lights the room. 100 watts each taken and focused on one tiny little space. That becomes a laser, which can burn through steel. So focus more and focus more over time. And last, a lot of teachers talk about letting go. I don't believe in beating the universe over the head with a 2x4. You put it out there, and if you're in that emotional state, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. But detach from the outcome. We don't know what the outcome is here. I know we're going to get it on one level. On another level, maybe the universe has something even better in mind. I can't be gripping tight and not allowing for the universe to open up to whatever gifts she may have in mind that are even greater than anything I could possibly imagine. So thank you, Allison, for your follow-up question. Time for a few more questions here.
We've got 4.
So we will try the infamous speed round. Infamous because so far I've been very thorough with people during our speed round.
There is no such thing. Okay, our next question is from Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you both manifested each other, or do you think it was destiny you met? I'm single, 46, and struggling to keep hope and manifest a loving partner. And I'm laughing because the microphone started tipping, and I caught it.
And I had hands out right beneath it too. Did you catch that? I actually had good reaction time for a change.
I wasn't looking at it when I caught it.
Oh well, that's you are a ninja. This is true, and I'm not. We'll figure this whole setup here later. Okay. Did we manifest each other?
Yes. Or do you think it was destiny that we met?
Oh, I hate to be a riddle within a fortune cookie, but I think it's a bit of both. So I was writing out each day before we met. I was writing out each night, thank you for this perfect person, and listing who she would be, had all these specific requirements, and said at the end of it, or something better, and I'm even willing to become a monk if that's what's best for my highest good and the highest good of all. The most important characteristic for Jessica was someone who could help me to become more of who I was capable of being. Be careful what you wish for, because she's been one hell of a teacher in the most beautiful, beautiful way. So I was putting that each and out of every day, but I was also letting go. Now, it's a whole story as the way the two of us came together, but Jessica would say that while I was doing the job of manifesting, she was maybe doing the job of the anti-manifesting. She, at least consciously, wanted nothing to do with somebody like me carrying all this baggage with all of these challenges and so forth and so on. Do you want to add anything to this?
I feel it was a prearranged relationship from before we incarnated.
You used the word conscripted.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to have agreed to it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. What you're calling forth may already, I'm going to say 100% of the time, is already in the works. That's why we don't have to try so hard in our manifestation. We simply get to put ourselves in the flow of the universe and allow. Had I fought, had I forced, I might have been with somebody else temporarily again, and we might have had missed each other in the night for a while again, and it may have taken even longer. With that said, though, I didn't meet her until I was almost 40 because I wasn't ready beforehand. I had to do the inner work. I had to work on myself, or my relationships blew up. Before that, I had been engaged to a girl where I had my first of my 2 NDEs, and 2 weeks later, she went poof and disappeared almost like magic, but not nearly as fun because I wasn't ready. This doesn't mean you're not ready at 46, but we can't control when that person will come into our lives. So I always, when I'm doing relationship work, manifesting relationships, manifesting a partner for somebody, the first thing that I do is I have them dive in on the inside, have them do a lot of work on the inside. And secondly, I have them do the exterior work. I call it the 1-2 cha-cha-cha. Which is, yes, we dive in on the inside. We do our law of attraction. We do our alchemy. And then we step forward, we step forward, we step forward, and we step forward. Because it is very hard for somebody to find you if you stay in your house and don't go out. Or as, well, I think it's the old adage, guy dies and he goes up to the pearly gates and he said, God, I kept praying and praying and praying and praying and praying to win the lottery. Why didn't you help me win the lottery, God? And God said, why didn't you buy a ticket? It's a 2-step dance. With that said, this is truly a loving universe. There is truly, I believe, somebody for you, and I'll put the caveat in there, or something better, but 99.999999999 out of like a million times, there is that special somebody waiting for you at the most amazing time. And while we would all like maybe to rewrite history and wish we could have met them sooner, everything happens for a reason, and the universe is truly conspiring to give you the most incredible lessons and learning and journey for your highest good beyond this lifetime and the highest good of all. This truly is a school of learning. We all incarnated. We were all the magic ones who chose to come to this school, which is incredibly freaking difficult and painful at times, so we can learn the most incredible lessons for expanding consciousness, for expanding our awareness, for our eternal growth. And viewed that way, it can help. Doesn't take the edge off. I would step out there. I would put myself out there again. I would dust myself off, and I would lean into this with everything that I've got, and I would do the same working on the inside. I think it's 2 more questions we've got. Thank you for your questions. Send you love, send you love. 2 more we're going to take, and then we...
Okay. So our next question is from Amanda.
Yes.
Is it possible to manifest a job that I love close to home? I have tried scripting for 7 months.
Yes, Amanda, if it is for your highest good, it is absolutely possible. One of our favorite and dear coaching clients from a few years ago who did a group coaching program like the boot camp next week, except that it cost 100 times more what he did because we've never offered anything like this before. It was crazy. With that said, he needed a closer job because he had a baby that had a lot of health challenges. It was a miracle that she was even brought into this world, and he couldn't drive like 2 or more hours each way each day and spend that much time away from his baby. He put it out there in his work. He did the work on the inside. He got there in his energetic state. And with this higher energetic state, he put himself out there and attracted the most incredible position. So yes, is it possible? Now, if you live in a place where there are no jobs and there's nothing around and there's nothing for hours away, it becomes incredibly difficult. So we have to look at alternative solutions. So this is something that we didn't really talk about tonight, but we need to be open to all possibilities, not just the one that we feel is best. However, I would encourage you to keep doing the work, to keep being open, and to look for signs, synchronicities, and curveballs from the universe that may be pointing you in a slightly different direction or in an even better direction. All right, one last question, then we're going to call it good. And please come join us at the boot camp next week, where you're literally going to be able to ask questions with me being able to see you. We're going to be able to see each other back and forth, or if you're really shy, you're going to be able to block that so nobody can see you. but I am going to be there for you, answering your questions, going through lessons hand by hand next week with you. Last question.
Okay, last question from Gianna.
Mm-hmm.
I do not get enough deep sleep. Can I still change subconscious beliefs listening to hypnosis at night?
Oh, that's several interesting questions at one. So, Gianna, we have a whole program on getting deeper sleep. And I think to become an even better wizard, I want to basically throw the kitchen sink at this and look at every way possible to get you a deeper night's sleep. I think that is first and foremost. Let's focus on the sleep. Let's focus on the sleep. Let's focus on the sleep. And when your mind says, well, I can't, I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other thing. I was the kid who threw himself in the health center at school repeatedly in college because I couldn't sleep once for a couple weeks straight. I'm guessing I had little hour spurts here and there. I would have gone stark raving mad. But yes, you can become an incredible sleeper no matter what. So that's the first thing that we address. Self-hypnosis, awesome. I do a lot of that kind of work with my clients. We're going to be diving into that a little bit in boot camp, although we're going to do a lot of subconscious work, just not specifically through self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis, great. Hypnosis, audio programs, fantastic. Repeating a mantra to you when you go to sleep. My favorite mantra years ago used to be, I will wake rested and refreshed. I'm waking rested and refreshed. Thank you for my waking rested and refreshed. Thank you for my waking rested and refreshed. Waking rested and refreshed. Waking rested and refreshed. Waking rested and refreshed. So mantras done just before bedtime can truly help rewire the subconscious. We didn't get into things like emotion code here tonight. We didn't get into things like tapping, and we're going to have a free tapping video on our website coming up. I'm hopeful for the weekend. However, it is coming, and it is coming very quickly. There are so many different techniques that you can do. And when you're lying awake at night and you can't get into a deep sleep, what a perfect time to practice becoming a wizard. What a perfect time to be dreaming and playing on the other side of the veil. Maybe the reason that you're not getting the deepest sleep is so that you can play, is so that you can manifest, is so that you can use this gift of not being able to fall into a deep sleep to help create in your lives and the lives around you. All right. Love you guys so much. There is no reason, if you're listening to this, that you can't come join us next Monday night unless the class is full, and it will fill up. So please join fast because I want you guys there. It's $7. It's 7 days. We're going to guide you step by step each and every day through this process of getting you unstuck, of raising your vibration, of helping you to attract, of helping you to create your greatest life. I am so proud and so incredibly excited for this course. It's group coaching, but it's like 100 times less of a price. If you say, well, I can't make it, well, get the recording, $7. If you say, I can only make it one night, call that $7 for the one class, and then you get all the rest of the classes for free. If you say, I'm going to be overwhelmed, no. We're going to take it very gently, step by step. If you say I'm shy, well, keep the camera shut off. If you say that I don't do good with other people, keep the camera shut off. If you say that I'm going to be on the moon or Mars that week, well, buy it and take the recording of the thing. It's going to change your life. And it's going to be live. The only time we're holding it live, because then we record it and people can later on buy it and play it. But this is the only time you're going to get to interact with me and ask your questions live. So I'll actually get to see you if you want me to see you. And we will get to talk and interact. So come join us for this incredible program. We will not be having this YouTube Live next week. Instead, that will be like day 2 of this class. It's going to be each day from next Monday through next Sunday, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific time. You get a link when you sign up. It's going to be really easy to do, even if you're the least technical person. In fact, if you can do YouTube, you're going to be able to do that absolutely. And again, even if you can only make Monday's class, great. If you can only make Friday's class, great. If you only make one of these classes, it's still going to be worth it. And if you do the whole thing, or you watch one and you take the whole thing home and do it with you, oh my God, are you going to rock your world? Lastly, please come rock our world. Buy or pre-order the Automatic Writing Experience book known as Awe. Your pre-order helps more people find the book. The more people that find the book, the more people that can find the book. The more people that can find the book, the more people that find the book, and the more we will help raise the vibration of everybody. You don't need to buy it. You can cancel before September 8th, although I say, I'm very biased, it is my favorite book that I've written. I am so incredibly proud of it, and it is too going to truly help transform your life. Jessica will put a link to that. And last, if you're really serious about doing some coaching work with me, I'd be honored to talk with you about the possibility. I have very few slots, and the next spot I have is about 6 weeks out. Again, it's usually much longer than that, but come on over to inspirenationshow.com/coaching, and you can find out about that. Jessica, do you have any questions, any thoughts, anything you wish to add before we sign out for 2 weeks and people can come join us at the boot camp next week? And she's saying, no, she's covered it pretty thoroughly in the chat room. So everybody, I love you guys so, so much. I know that big programs are too expensive and you can't afford them right now. That's why we made this. So come join us. And together, we're going to help mold. We're going to help sculpt. We're going to help unshackle you from the wounds, from the blocks, from the negativity that have held you down. And we are truly going to help you to shine bright. So love you guys so, 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 so much. I've got to get a show now live because, oh, please come watch us on iTunes, subscribe to us below, leave your comments below. Tell us, are you going to join it? If you're going to join, what do you hope to get out of it? If you're not joining yet, ask your questions in the comment section so we can answer, so we can help you get signed up for this. Or if you say, well, Michael, I want to see this, I'll tell you if it's going to be there. I want to see that, tell you if it's going to be there. So leave your comments below, not just in the chat, because the chat goes poof and disappears. Yes, Jessica would say, what is that? Poof, and disappears. But instead, put them in the comments. We will answer, do our best to answer each and every one of your questions. Love you guys, love you guys, love you guys, and can't wait to see you next Monday night, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. There's no reason not to be there, none at all. And love you guys so, 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 so much. And Jessica, I love you more than words could possibly say. And thank you for running the chat room. It sounds so small, for running the chat room. Thank you for being my wingmate in life. How's that?
That must have been loud.
All right. Keep shining bright. Oh, now I'm clapping, everyone. Love you guys. See you next week.